morning. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to finally get back to the GTO. I'm going to go up there. It's not at the shop. It's actually across the street at my parents' house. So I'm going to go up to the shop, go over to the car and see if I can figure out what's going on with the fuel pump. It's been a while since I worked on it, but what was going on with it is the fuel pump intermittently just not stop working. And I told you before that I said I needed to stop working for an extended period so I can troubleshoot it and see what's going on with it. Well, it's been about 2 months and the car hasn't started. The fuel pump is not coming on. So I'm going to go up there, do some wiring tests and stuff and see if I'm getting power back to the fuel pump. I have another full fuel pump. I think I just have to change the way the fuel is routed in the bucket, but I have another one just in case. So I don't plan to finish this today unless it's something easy, but I do plan to get the actual fuel pump out of the car and bring it back here and see what's going on. So let's get ready to head up to the shop. Okay, so first thing is let me see if the fuel pump comes on. No fuel pump, nothing. Battery must be dead. Alright, let me get that taken care of. Okay, so did some quick tests on the fuel pump. It seemed like it's getting power. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the tank out. Alright, got all this stuff out. See, there's a whole bunch of acorns all over the place. So let me go ahead and get this out. I got the shell off the tank. Let me go across the street to get the bigger jump box. Didn't see anything wrong with the fuel pump. It came on and I just plugged it back up and it came on, so I'm going to get the jump box and see if I can jump the car off and see if we can get it started. Yeah, I'm hoping it was just a loose connection, but just like I said, we'll see. Okay, so I put the fuel tank back in, started it up, and it started up. So I didn't put it all the way back in because I still want the battery is dead. So I still want to charge it up a little bit and make sure that it wasn't a loose connection. I still don't know 100% of what was causing it. So I just threw the stuff back in the trunk, let the battery charge up, and I'll come back to it. Okay, so while the battery was charging, and what I discovered on the GTO now is I have a massive fuel leak. Don't know how, don't know where it's coming from. I'm probably pull something loose when I pull the tank out. So I'm about to jack it up now and crawl up under to see where this leak is coming from. But the fuel pump did come on. Every time I tried it, it just poured out massive amounts of fuel. And my tank is really, really low, almost empty with fuel. So I'm not going to be able to test drive it once I get it in there. Hopefully I got enough fuel in the tank to see if I stop the leak or not. But let me jack the car up and climb up on it and figure out where this fuel leak is coming from. Okay, got the car jacked up, currently up under it, and it's what I thought. When I pulled on the line, right there, you see that line is all basically it came apart with the fitting. So I don't know for sure that that's where it's leaking from, but I have a really high suspicion that that's where it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera on and record while I switch it on and see if I can verify that that's where it's coming from. Of course, I'm up here by myself, so I don't have nobody that can switch it on while I take a look, but the camera should be fine. Just don't want to get any gas on it. Alright, there we go. Pretty bad leak. Kind of glad it didn't start up. All right, let me review this footage and see where it's coming from. I see it dripping down this hole, so just want to make sure it's coming out of that messed up portion of the line. Okay, that was my leak. Whether I was able to see it on camera or not, but I can see clear through that hose. So I'm gonna take this hose back to the house with me, and I'm gonna fix it and get back to the GTO a little bit later. And when I come back up here, once I fix the hose and I come back up here, I'll bring some gas. Okay, back up here with the GTO. You see I put the end back on. I cut the bad piece off, put the end back on. So now I'm getting ready to put the hose on the car. I got my gas, but it's still kind of early. So even when I get this line on, I'm probably gonna wait before I start it up because it's a little too early right now. So, all right, let's get started. All right, so fuel line is connected. That hose is attached. Everything should be good now. So, just like I said, it's still early in the morning, so I'm not gonna start it up. I'm just gonna switch it on and check for leaks. And that'll be it. And a little bit later, I'll probably take it for a test drive. Car switched on. Don't see any leaks. I'm not gonna put everything back in the trunk yet, just in case I need to pull it back out again for whatever reason. So okay, it's a little bit later now. I'm gonna go ahead and start the car up. Got started with some other things right now, so I'm not gonna be able to test drive it, but just want to make sure everything is good. I hear the fuel pump. Don't start. No fuel pressure. I heard the pump come on. Fuel dripping again. Fuel is leaking again. Not sure why. I'm gonna have to crawl up under there later and check it out. I just don't feel like getting back up under it again. Okay, so I see the leak. It's not coming off of that fitting. I think it's coming from the fitting on the bottom of my tank. So let me go ahead and get the tank back out. All right, got the tank back out. So I just got to get up in there to tighten that fitting. All right, so I made my new hose. I thought the hose was leaking, and come to find out, it was this fitting the entire time. It was leaking from around here, and I didn't know until I just blew air through it to test it out. And so it wasn't the hose, it was the fitting the whole time. So luckily, I got a new fitting here that I had in my toolbox. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this switched out. I'm gonna keep this hose on there and get it on the car. All right, the pump is on. No leakage from the hose. Let's see if we got fuel pressure. No fuel pressure. 10 psi. Let me turn it back off and turn it back on. But I still don't think we're gonna get any better. Still nothing. Or 10. I'm gonna try to crank it over just for the hell of it, but I think I'm gonna have to pull the pump out. pressure since it's running. Good fuel pressure. Alright, so I think my fuel pressure is dropping when I hit the gas. It's running good idle at 50, 55, but I think it's dropping when I hit the gas. So I'm gonna set the camera up to take a look at it since I'm out here by myself. So hopefully I can get it in the camera. Okay, so with that, I was getting the alternator not charging issue. So my cable is hot. So that may be related to my fuel pressure. Before I go pull the tank out, then I'm gonna get a good charge on this battery and check it out from there. Okay, so you saw in the video that I got the GTO running. As soon as I thought that I had the few issues figured out, there's either an issue with my alternator or my battery. I'm not sure if it showed up in the video or not, but I actually had a check what was it, check alternator light that came on the dash, and the battery wasn't charging. So I think that, and I'm hoping that that's the reason why my fuel pressure was erratic and bouncing around, and I was having issues with it running. It idled pretty good, but every time I tried to give it some gas, it would get ready to die. So I think my fuel pressure was dropping, even though I was working by myself, so I couldn't get someone to actually verify that for me. But I really think the fuel pressure was dropping because of what's going on with my alternator or battery situation. So the next thing I have to do to this car is actually check out the alternator, see if it's the alternator or see if it's the battery, and hopefully that resolves my fuel issues. So I changed a few holes on it. You saw where I took the tank, the pump out the tank. I pretty much did everything with this car so far. I do have a spare fuel pump that I may have shown you in the video. So if it's the fuel pump, I can switch that out, no problems. I'm just ready to get this car back up again because I'm ready to drive it. So thanks for watching. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't. There's gonna be more GTO content. I can't work on the car as much as I would like to, because I still have the Mavic project going on. So as soon as the Mavic project is over, I'm gonna be doing more stuff with my other projects. The GTO, just like I said, to me that's not even a project. I just need to get it fixed. The El Camino, I got some small things I need to do to that. The C10, we have some small things that we need to do to the C10, and the Grand Prix. I need to have a Grand Prix update coming for you, because there are some issues that we found with the Grand Prix, but I'll save that for another video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.